So you want to get a bike and don't know where to start, this video will be for you. I'm going to be going over a few things that you should know before getting your first bike and how to know if you're ready to get a bike. So there's going to be a few things that I'm going to be going over that will help you determine if you are ready to get a bike or not. There's things like, the size of the bike, the engine, the height of the bike, depending on your height also. So first thing is we're going to start with the size of the bike. So there's bikes that are faster than others, obviously. The ones have bigger cc, more horsepower. And if you're beginning to ride, you don't really need to go for the fastest bikes unless you feel confident enough to do that. But at the same time, you're also going to be buying a bike that is expensive and you don't want to drop it because, that's not going to be fun if you do drop it. This bike is great for beginners, someone who just wants to get into riding. This is a great bike. You could go to a 300, which is also good too. You could even go as low as a 125. You could get like the Honda Grom. And those are really great bikes to learn on. That's the bike that I learned on. And I made my way up to, I made my way up to a 300. And then I went to my R7. So for me, I started slowly. I didn't want to get straight to a bigger bike, but that's just me being safe and responsible. There's people who have gotten later bikes and they're doing fine, but also it depends if you have, past experience. If you have been on dirt bikes before, that would really help a lot because that means how to, shifting and all that stuff. Okay, so your skill level is really important in this. If you have no experience at all, I would start by learning about motorcycles by going on YouTube. There's a lot of tutorials on how to start riding. There's a lot of good ones. That's basically how I started. I learned a lot from YouTubers, going over how to basically shift, how to use the clutch. All the things that you need to know is on YouTube. So if you really want a bike, I would start right there on YouTube. Also, you want to make sure you don't spend a lot of money on a really nice bike and drop it as your first bike. It's not a fun thing to experience dropping your bike because, at first you'll be that's like your baby. You want to treat it really good. So you really don't want to drop that bike. So I would say go for something a lot more cheaper to begin with. And then work your way up until you feel more confident and then get bigger bikes later on. But I would just start learning how to ride the basics and then you can move on later. I don't know, not a lot of people say this, but I feel like you should go and watch motorcycle accidents so the common mistakes of, wrecking on bikes. Because I used to do that a lot and what I've learned is that you start to understand why people get into accidents. It's because other drivers, because you don't have enough experience on the bike, riding too fast for your skill set, and also being unaware of your surroundings. That's really bad. You don't want to do that. Also, if you're going too fast in a turn, if you're doing anything like that, you're gonna get into an accident, and we want to try to avoid that. So by watching YouTube videos, you're going to find out why people mess up and why they wreck their bikes. So honestly, not a lot of people say that, but you should definitely watch some videos. I also recommend that you guys do a MSF course. They basically teach all the basics for the bike, and that will actually help you a lot. Learn everything you need to know, like counter steering, basically all the basics. I really do recommend that because some people learn differently than others. For me, it's by watching videos, and that worked for me. Not sure if that's going to work for you, but that's one thing you can do if you don't want to watch YouTube videos. Anyways, if you guys have any other questions about getting to bikes, put them down in the comments and I'll try to answer as many as I can. Hopefully this video has helped you guys. Let me know what bike you guys are going to get.